oh yeah, there's this question, like, what is this space? Or explain the TLC to me. And I think there's an implicit, a hidden assumption behind that thing is that something can be explained to you with definitions and words. It's this transactional one-to-one understanding of language and communication that's like, if I give you enough words about something, you'll be able to understand it. And I think that's fundamentally a modernist thing. And I would say you cannot understand something without initiation. It's like taste and see. So like, explain to me the taste of honey. I mean, you can try, and many people do, or the taste of a banana, but you really can't. You can point to other things, and this is where memory comes in. Memory is also predicated on experience. You don't have a memory of something that you haven't experienced or that you haven't participated in. So like a banana, what does a banana taste like? Well, it's like a tropical fruit. Well, what if you've never eaten a tropical fruit? It's like the higher ester notes within a Belgian beer. And what if somebody doesn't know what an ester is? You know, it's just this infinite regress of fractal experience and participation. You can't explain something to someone who's never tasted honey. You know, you have to be initiated into something to understand it. And anything works this way. Science works this way, math works this way, baking works this way, parenting works this way. What's it like to raise a child? You know, you cannot know without some degree of initiation within the morphic field of the resonance of that relationship. That's kind of the way that I would say it. I really have to seek to understand someone, because otherwise I'm going to be falsely criticizing a model of someone, which is a very Ian McGilchrist thing to say. All models are false, some are useful. You could have a model of someone that you're judging and critiquing, which I actually think whenever you are, that's what you're doing. Because I think ultimately we all really believe the same thing. There's a controversial thing. I think that just our experience of how we express those things throughout time is going to have lots of differences, but that's also part of our becoming. It's a benefit, not a flaw. I think that's intended. And that thing, initiation, is what made me think of this video.
I started off very much wanting to disprove the existence of God, and somehow found as a dramatist that the best way of doing that was to give the most powerful line in that argument to the Christian, effectively, to the religious person, when I think when he finally answers where God is.
He's in the way some people move.
Exactly. Yeah. And the feeling of water. And
the space between two numbers.
Yeah. That all of a sudden I thought, fucking hell.
Where's God? It's in the way some people move. Or the feeling of water. Or the space between numbers. The taste of a banana. The taste of honey. The morning light. I mean, dang. The way someone moves. Man, what beautiful poetic ways to describe the ineffable. Do you understand any of that without initiation? Can you describe, like, if you have an experience of a beautiful dancer, or the way that a book moved you, or the way that a certain song hits you and why, can you describe that to someone? I mean, you could try. You could use a bunch of propositions. You can even try with poetry, and it maybe will touch on it, but is it ever fully there? Or maybe it does convey it and contain it, like, fully or in the exact way that you do? No, man. It's just, I don't know. It's so good. I think The Little Corner is about knowing and being known. That's what I think it's about. Robin Williams comes back the next day, and it's that scene on the bench where they're sitting on the park, and he says, you know, I stayed up really late, got a little drunk, I was torn up by all this, and then I realized you're just a kid, you don't know shit. Because you haven't been initiated. You don't understand what you think you understand. For all of your knowledge puffs up, but love edifies. If anyone thinks he knows, he does not yet know as he ought to know. That movie, that scene is 1 Corinthians 8. You don't know. You don't get it.